What's up, y'all? I am about to drop off a very small PSA order at Trading Card World. My boys at Trading Card World. Very excited about these cards. Couple PC cards, mostly cards I'm trying to flip. So I'll walk you through it really quickly and then we'll get into the grading reveals, which for you will be instantaneous. For me, will take months. All right, so here we go. First off, we've got a Jason Dominguez Bowman Chrome. Pretty centered, pretty good surface, no print lines. I'm thinking worst case scenario, if there's I don't know if it's part of the card pattern or what, but there might be a tiny, tiny little surface thing. It'll be a 9 at worst, and that'll still be enough to make my money back, I think. Volpe, however you say that, he's not doing super well right now, but Bowman first, Yankee, shortstop, the stuff's all there and his cards are still selling well. Don't know how that's going to look in 3 months, but maybe with the playoffs he'll do well. So 9 worst, 10, we're hoping for a 10. I think this Matt Corral, however you want to say it, I want to get this graded because it's a variation and it always feels like there's a backup QB storyline somewhere and cards jump up. So, minimally I think I could make my money back on that one. And we've got probably the hyped up quarterback in the offseason everybody's kind of high on, other than Kenny Pickett, is Desmond Ridder. So he's going to get the start in Atlanta, probably, hopefully. This will probably be a PSA 9, maybe a 10. I think because it's a parallel, I can get a little bit of money, but it's also college uniform. So my gut is telling me that worst case scenario, I'll just make my money back. But I'm thinking 9 at worst. This is going to be a 10. This is going to be a 10. This is the Chet Holmgren Red Ice I pulled, if you watched that video. So we'll get that guy going, and that's the number 2 rookie out of this set, I believe. Then we've got my PC card here. This is my Jalen Green Purple Wave. Pulled this out of a blaster box of Prism I got off eBay. So really excited about this card. We will hopefully get a 10 out of this. I'm expecting a 10. And then finally, the Shohei Ohtani Gold I pulled out of that Lids hobby box. Looking good, looking fine. I don't think there are any issues here. So I expect a 10 out of that as well. So 10s across the board, maybe some 9s on the Bowman firsts and the prestige extra points thing, but I'm expecting good things. So if you didn't skip ahead, here are the grading reveals, and go ahead and like and subscribe. All right, we're back. Hey, it was seconds for you. It was so long ago for me that I wasn't even using a face camera. Okay, so we got the cards back. I want to go through the grades. I was right on most of them. A couple I got burned on, but I think we still came out on top. So let's just do it. Let's do it. First card, Jason. I called this a 9, potentially. I was like a little worried about it. I was hoping for a 10, but we did get a 9 on the Jason. So we're just going to wait until this guy gets called up, and hopefully the hype train will drive that price up. So let me do this. Let me just give you a little camera boost here. That way you can actually see the grade. So when you're skipping around, you know what I got. All right, the second one, Mr. Anthony Volpe. I'm going to go with that. I don't even care if it's wrong. He hit some kind of dinker last night against the Astros and drove in the game-winning run, even though he got out. So that got a 10, though. So hopefully he does better, just not against the Astros. And that card value will go up. That one, I think I looked it up, it was about like a $50 card. So you should see the prices pop up, maybe like right here. I don't know where I'm going to put them yet, but should be about right there. And, we'll see what we did. It's been there's $17 a card through the group submission that I did through Trading Card World. So as long as we can make $20-ish, we should be good. So the matte, I thought was going to be a 10, and this came back a 10. So really pumped about that one. I know I think he's still on the Panthers, and so I know he's probably got Bryce Young in front of him. But you never know, right? If Bryce Young, God forbid, were to go down on injury, and this guy steps in and does well, people will kind of hype him up and, do well. This card seems to be selling fairly well, so I definitely could make some money on that one. And then another one I was worried that would come back a 9, actually came back a 10, is this Desmond Ridder Diamond Extra Points Parallel. I had no idea that's what it was called. I was really worried about this because Panini's quality is just terrible, and I was worried that the card was not going to be centered or there was going to be some scratches on it. It's college uniform. Honestly, it doesn't sell for that much, maybe like $25, but when the season starts again, I'm hoping some Cincinnati fan will kind of go nuts for it, and we'll maybe get a little cashola. So then next we got the Chet Red Ice, one of the bigger cards I pulled. This one got a 9. I was very surprised by this. I'm telling you, I went over this thing with a fine-tooth comb. I looked at it under a magnifying glass. I didn't see any centering issues. I didn't see any print lines. I mean, there may have been some minor print lines on the back that I missed maybe. But if there is a print line on here, that's what dinged me. I can't tell if that's actually... There seems to be some print lines on this thing, but I can't tell if it's on the slab or on the card. So they do ding print lines. If you don't know what a print line is, look at my grading video, and that'll teach you. Now, granted, this thing still sells really well as a PSA 9. It still sells for like $30 to $60 like this week. So I'm going to put that on eBay and just kind of not wait for that. And then, last 2 cards, kind of a mixed bag here, but the Jalen Green Purple Wave, the best rookie card I pulled out of 2022 basketball. Well, I guess 2021 basketball. Sorry, 2022 was this guy. 2021 basketball. I thought that would come back at 10. It came back at 10. Purple Wave. Rockets, baby. Let's go. Really excited about this. This is like a $100 card. The PSA app says it's worth like way more. It's listed for like $225 right now. Buy it now, but I'm keeping this guy. I'm a believer in Jalen Green. I think that the Rockets are doing cool things down there, and I think this guy could be on a playoff caliber team, if not, knock on wood, a championship team. So really excited about that. Probably the best card in this submission, because unfortunately the Shohei came back a 9. Still a pretty good card. I mean, still about a $25, $30, maybe $40 card. It's gold, parallel, very collectible, 100 career home runs. I'm going to keep this. I like Shohei. I think it's cool. I think it's a cool card. It's probably one of the better Shoheis I've ever pulled. It's not a 10, but, if he ends up being what he's supposed to be, he will be one of the GOATs. And would you want like a serial numbered Michael Jordan PSA 9 of, a career milestone like that? I would. So I like it. I'm good with it. I've got his SGC 10. So if I want to sell a Shohei, I think I'm just going to sell that one. So yeah, I think this was a good PSA submission. If we're thinking about, we spent about, maybe like $100 on this submission ish. I think it was like $17 a card. So, nothing too crazy. We could sell 2 of these cards and make our money back. So, I think we did all right. If you think we did all right, if you think this was garbage and I did terrible, let me know. I'd love your feedback. Otherwise, let me know what you thought, what your favorite card was. And, if you're interested in these cards, always reach out to me and, my eBay, and, we can message and figure something out. Thanks for watching, though. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for me. Appreciate it. And we'll catch you on the next one.